Everything in your awareness is a part of the path to peace. It's a part of the process. Coming to accept that everything that is around us is perfect is all we have here as a part of our process to know the oneness. When you can accept that everything that you see, everyone around here, every disease that might pop up, every loss, no matter how great it is somehow part of the greater concept of what perfect is and what we're all doing here, then peace becomes a part of that process. When you're part of that concept, and it is a concept, it's a very difficult form of awareness to accept that everything is perfect while we're here. But when you're part of that concept and you practice it and you want to adopt it, then peace is automatically here. Peace is the acceptance that everything is perfect as it is. And the only way to know this is to know yourself as the oneness, in the oneness, if you prefer. And when you meditate from that state of the oneness where you recognize your higher self, you recognize your higher state, a different form of consciousness will appear. And when you're here, when you can perceive with absolute precision that everything is meant to be just in its own way, again, peace will appear. More importantly, peace will start to reappear or reemerge from your own presence for everyone else who is here, for they are finding it very difficult and they are getting stuck here in their lower way of thinking, and for good reason. That's what we're all doing here. But to reestablish that path, that process for themselves, to recognize that they're already on it, that peace is the process, and the only way to fully acknowledge that everything is perfect and to go into that model or mode of acceptance of it is to practice the oneness first. Our human way of thinking can't possibly rationalize that everything here, everything that we perceive going on around us, especially these days, is somehow perfect. It's only when you access your own higher way of thinking, your own higher thought process, that you will start to realize it. So I'm not trying to preach about what I think you should perceive about what's been going on around here or what you should think about it. It's that knowing that you're part of this process for peace, that you're part of its witness on behalf of everyone else, is also what makes it perfect, and then helps you with that acceptance that you can go on with what is going on around here. There's a lot of extra work happening for those of us who are interested in this peace process, and yet it is also so simplistic. To just know that I am the oneness puts me in that spot, that mindset, that higher consciousness with a broader perception and a higher perspective that can know, and I mean know, that everything is perfect. And it may only last a second, but in that second, you will never know the difference it has made to the greater concept of what we are all doing here, to the greater peace process, to the greater process of waking up, if you will. So I hope you will all want to know, if you feel drawn to it, where you are the oneness, so that you can accept that you are a part of the peace process because you are working to perceive that everything is perfect. And when you can accept it, even before you know it, that's an even greater benefit to your atmosphere, because you're not having to rationalize things at the human level in order to understand it. You get to where you know, and know not meaning from logic, know means from here, where you just feel it, you understand it, you perceive it. No one else could ever talk you out of it, and yet you also could not understand it in the way that you could explain it to someone else who is here. So the best way for everyone to know that they are a part of the peace process is just encourage them, if they're longing to wake up, if they're longing to accept that everything is perfect, if they're longing to find peace within themselves, to come to know themselves as the oneness first. And again, it is very simple. It is not a complex process. What becomes complicated about it is that we think that it must be such a huge process to get to where we can elevate our consciousness so much that we could perceive peace for everyone else. But it really just takes a moment to wonder where I am whole, to hope that for the same for everyone else, and then to just let it flow and just be amazed by it, but also don't try to hold on to it as being gold. It just is normal. And so I hope that you'll recognize that you are on this process for peace, you are on the path, and that as long as you know yourself as the oneness, everything else you want to know will come from that. And so it is. I thank you for your time. Amen.